like I said, like, I don't have a, I don't, well, I think certain, also before I get, like, microtransactions. Don't even get me started on microtransactions. Like, I would say that, okay, it's a good thing that feels like they're infinitely respawning. Like microtransactions. Okay. It's good that you don't have to actually, like, games that implement microtransactions, like, okay, I'll give like, free-to-play games, I'll give them, like, for instance, mobile games. Microtransactions in mobile games, I can get that, because most mobile games, obviously you have your paid mobile games, even though they're only like $3. But, yeah, you have your games that you actually pay for, but then you have a lot of games that are actually free. So you don't actually pay for the game itself. Well, people, you know, who made those games, they still gotta make money somehow, right? Because they expended resources to create a game. Maybe mobile, but it's still a game, and it still took time and money to actually make it. So, they gotta make money somehow, and if a game is completely free, you're not paying for the actual purchase of the game, it's understandable that they implement microtransactions in the game in order to make a profit out of it. Like, that's fine. But it's when you start doing, like, console games, or not even just console games, but just new games today. I just say console just because it's more. You pay $60 for a game, $60 for a retail game, and then they make you pay extra for certain features. Now, granted, as I said, you don't actually have to do it. It's not like they actually make you do it. But then it's why? What's the point of even doing that in the first place? Yeah, you're close to the manager's office, hurry. Considering there's like 40,000 cops in here. God, there's so many cops. The hell out of here! Jesus, and it looks like there's still more of them. My God, are they? It really feels like they're infinitely respawning. Screw that. Screw this. I'm done. I don't feel like spending all day here fighting these assholes.
Yeah, I'm on it. Got a plan. Just let me work the timing. Okay, put your back to the city map. It's opposite the big window. Good. Now, hang tight for a minute. Here we go. Now, when I say go, I want you to run for that big window in front of you and jump through it. Yeah, this'll work. Okay. 3, let me focus. 2, 1, go!
Got him. He's down off the west wing.
Oh, man.
Let's get going. I think those sirens are for us.
So, to quickly finish off my little rant, yeah, I know you don't really actually have to pay unless you really want to, but I think it's completely unnecessary and basically just, I guess not necessarily breaks the game, but just takes away all of the purpose of playing the game. I mean, the whole purpose of playing games, when you're forced to unlock some things, you're playing the game. You gotta play the game to do it, and therefore it makes you play the game more. It makes it more fun to do so. Whereas in microtransactions, granted it's only for like online play, but still, well, not exactly all, because in certain, for instance, racing games like Forza and Gran Turismo, they actually allow you to buy cars. So whereas normally you would have to play an X amount of races and do an X amount of things in order to unlock enough points in order to be able to then use those points to then buy those cars that you want in the game, you can actually pay real money in order to just skip ahead. Well, granted you don't actually have to do it unless you want to, but still, like, it sort of takes away the whole point away from the game. And it just, I feel like microtransactions, like in that case, microtransactions are completely unnecessary. I can understand, like, if you have a free game, right, if you have a game that you didn't actually buy, you downloaded it for free, mostly mobile games that do that, but still, like, I can understand having microtransactions in those games. Now, personally, I don't actually use any, I never use microtransactions ever, and I don't plan to, but at least that kind of makes sense, because they gotta, the developers of those kinds of games, they gotta make a profit somehow, because they spent the money to make that game. So if you're not actually buying the game, then how else they're gonna make the money back that they spent creating it? So microtransactions in that instance, I kind of understand. However, microtransactions in the game that you're already paid $60 for, I think is completely unnecessary. But at least it's not as bad as certain other things, because, and like as I've said, it's not that it's terrible. It's not like games today are completely, I mean, I guess some games may be like that, but if developers do that, then that's that's just a bad developer. It's not like it's not like it's a common thing. I mean, I guess maybe it's more common than it should be, but at least it's not as common as, it's not like it's a frequent thing. Not all developers have on this DLC or stuff like that. So, but it's still, the whole prospect of DLC, I think the whole prospect of it basically shows that, because playing this game, I haven't played this game in a while, but playing this game sort of, it brings back not only brings back a lot of nostalgia, but it also brings back a lot of, like, you know, memories of playing games to actually, you know, to get things in that game. I didn't have to buy extra things, you know what I mean? So that's why I think that this game shows how, in, you know, the old days, developers, whilst obviously being a company, they still had to make money and they still had to focus on getting money, but they were more focused on us gamers, you know, appealing to us rather than appealing, you know, or rather than focusing strictly on the money side of things, which was where gaming is heading, you know, the direction that gaming is heading today, because even, you know, I don't remember the exact date, but even when the 360 came out and the PS3, with, you know, the whole prospect of DLC, like, that's when companies started focusing more on money and not us gamers. So, I mean, again, not to say that games aren't good, you know, not to say that games aren't good, as good now as they used to be, but I think back then it just felt more like you got what you paid for, I think. Nowadays it feels like they're, you know, you pay all this money but you don't get everything that you actually could get. But anyway, that was my little rant, and with that was the end of the post office section. And the next couple things will be a different section, so that'll be in the next part. So I hope you guys enjoyed the beginning of this playthrough, because like I said, I've still enjoyed playing this game, and I forgot how much fun it was, and I just got a big rush of nostalgia playing this. So hopefully you guys enjoy watching this as much as I enjoyed playing it. And I know I say that for everything, but being that this is a Let's Play, you guys are, you know, I'm the one that's playing, you guys are watching, so kind of have to say that, because if you aren't enjoying watching it, then, I mean, I guess anyway, see you guys next time when we continue playing this actually really, really great game, despite being, you know, 12 years old. So see you guys then. Peace.